It's only a short one, is this? That's going to be my catchphrase, I think. It's only a short one, is this? But a couple of folk have noticed today on the Facebook group that you can't sort of drive the car a bit with the vehicle door open. Now, I brought this up about 6 or 8 months ago, and I was ridiculed because folks said, why would you want driveway door? Well, the answer is because you do all the time, actually, to be honest, especially if you're manoeuvring trailers or in and out of the car, or you're too close to the garage door or not close enough. There's lots of reasons. The other day I was sat at a set of traffic lights and Taryn wanted to pour coffee into a coffee cup that she'd had a bit of water in, and we wanted to get rid of a touch of water, so I opened the door, threw water out, and the light went green, so I just put my foot on throttle, go and pull the door closed and put everything in, and it all jammed up. It was a nightmare, and then you sat there like a bird, can't you, while all traffic's running around. It's not better, Land Rover, it ain't better. I know you like to try and stop him bonnet being popped up when the door's open or not open or something or other. It's a device that stops your bonnet lever being pulled on the door. Because folk iron the clothes with them while they're wearing them and silly stuff like that, and take hair dryers into the shower. I understand that, but can you not, please? Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to get around it. You can get around it. It's a bit of a nightmare and it's a pain in the neck, to be honest, but you can get around it, and I'm going to show you how. Right, there's Finn. Look, I've given him a bubble bath today. We just had a bit of a car washing session. Look, I don't do it normally, but it's the first time I've done it in 6 months. It's the first time I've done it since I've had him, to be honest. But you couldn't have seen back lights; they were very dirty. So, any road. So here's Finn. Look, and we're just going to do a practice thing. Just open the door. You can hear he's running. Look, open the door, and then as we jump in, this is going to be a bit hard to do with one hand, but there we are. Look, there's the dashboard. Now, I'm only going to just drive off down the road. Well, not drive off down the road, but drive off the drive. Look, the door's open. Can you see? You can see now that little thing's on. It says ignition on. And so what you do is you put it in gear. And it goes, oh, don't do that. Look, use the switch to apply the park brake. You're still driving, you silly person. How can you possibly want to drive with the door open? Well, the answer is, it is a bit of a process. So here we are. Ignition's on. Look, you switch to apply park brake when you're not parking up, doors open, put it into gear and set off, and it'll slam on the handbrake. There you go, reselect gear to manoeuvre. You'll see the handbrakes come on. You reselect the gear, the park brake goes off, it gives you this notification, and then if I let my foot off again, it'll go into hold. And so I'm just going to swap hands here. Now I'm moved off, and it's come on to hold. Look, so now you manually disconnect the handbrake and drive off with the door open. There you go. Now as soon as you stop, of course, it starts to go all over again, and now the whole light's on. So it is a process, but it is possible. And there we have it. That's sort of how to make progress with the door open. It is tricky. It's a bit of a drama because it's difficult to put in and it keeps wanting to put it out again, and sometimes it throws the car into hold 2 or 3 times before it'll actually give you any kind of movement. But anyway, it can be done, and that's how. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope that's been helpful. We'll see you next week. Cheerio.